Don't forget to share, assholes.
Doing it now. Mum.
I always share.
Somebody's got her panties in a twist today.
How do you know what my panty? Oh, Brenna.
I have been working non-stop for about 25 days now.
Already I can see this being a clusterfuck.
I am exhausted and I still have to work today and I work tomorrow. I kind of have Saturday off and I work Sunday. You think this is work? This is like, you guys are like...
Anybody get Wayne in here yet?
What?
Mike, you gotta update the Twitch stream because Twitch still says Titanfall 2.
Oh, motherfucker. I can do that.
Classic Mikey.
It can't be the Ben podcast. It can't be the Ben podcast without something going wrong.
Some sort of technical backup.
Sweesh, swash, swoo.
Make sure you guys let Wayne in the room today.
Yeah.
Who's Wayne?
I said, make sure you let Wayne in the room today.
I'll tell you, Wayne, it's this fucking eye candy over here.
Ooh, eye candy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Man, people, it's weird when you start to believe your own shit, you know, like your own bullshit, then you start like spitting it back out. Doesn't it feel weird? Hello, internet. We're a grumpy, tired, full of love and excitement. Have you not been here before, mate? Like, what are you talking about? Of course, we're already recording. We're already live, sir. What are you doing? What's going on right now?
We started recording, didn't we?
Is Cortez trapped in a time loop? Like, I'm not sure what's happening.
I just want to make sure that Wayne's here.
Wayne is right next to you. What are you talking about? Okay.
What is going on?
I don't know.
What have you been smoking today, mate?
And why aren't you sharing? Jeez.
Zartan keeps reloading. Oh, why that's happening.
So Cortez, you're having internet problems. So just hang tight for a minute. Maybe pop out again, and you'll see everybody. But we're all here, I promise.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to episode 30. How do we do 30 plus of these?
Are you sure Wayne is here?
Oh, you fucking what?
Can we do something about Cortez?
Can we take Cortez?
No, I got this. No.
Wayne is here. I can see him.
No, I got this.
I can see Wayne.
Cortez, you have interrupted me 3 times during the intro. This is now your intro. Hit it.
Yeah, go on, Cortez, on you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Chatty Cathy down here. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Ben Podcast. This is episode 30. Can you believe that? We've been doing this all year. Today, we have with us the Invisible Man, Mr. Wayne Maker. My boy,
Are you sure?
Bobby Jartan. The wonderful Goddess Brenna. And the man with the plan and the man in the middle, Mikey Famine.
Thank you.
Let's get in that bin.
Glad to be here. So strange. What is happening?
Could you sound more underwhelmed, Mikey? It's like you're on day release from prison.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I think that's always been like, even as a little kid, like when you're out in public, and then you're just kind of like, first you're like, and your hands are in the pockets, like, oh, that looks weird. Then you're like, I'll hook it on my belt loop, and I was like, oh, that looks weird too. I'm not Fonzie. I could clap. I could just clap for no reason. That would be weird. I've always wondered about social cues and what, like, Brenna, you're smirking at me. You've never been in that situation where you're just like, I don't know what to do with these things. Like, where do I put these?
No, I'm fine because in public, I'm usually I hold a purse, or I have my cell phone, or I put in my belt loops. That's just I'm not as like ADD as most people.
Jartan, chickens aside, what do you do with your hands when you're just like, you know?
Oh no. Oh no.
And it starts.
So, kids,
I missed you guys so much.
Demonetized.
Jokes on them. We don't make any money yet.
yeah. No, I've had these hands for 38 years. They sort of just are there. I don't really think about it. Like, I never get aware that I have hands. It's not a new thing for me.
You've never been in a position where you're just like, what do I do with my hands? Like, what?
I just punch somebody.
Sounds fair.
This is a nice insight into the workings of Mikey's brain.
Oh, I overanalyze every single aspect of my life.
Tracy.
You overanalyze.
Yeah,
I speak English, not British. You know that.
That's true.
We're going there already.
Speaking of English/British,
We're
gonna try and get
online for more than 4 minutes. Of course, we're going there.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get some of our old UK friends back on next week. See if they'll have a shout with us. When you're in charge, make sure that happens.
Yep.
Yes. No, I've definitely got people lined up and provisionally booked in, but I'll confirm a few in the week. And maybe some surprises.
Ooh.
Not just a
I vote Baby Spice.
Oh yeah, let's get Baby Spice.
Wayne.
No.
Why not?
Wait,
You get Baby Spice, but me.
I knew
do my
it.
best.
I knew it.
No
All
pressure.
right. So, what are we drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
Another quick sidebar, my bad. So I've been rewatching Community, my favorite sitcom ever. Every time they say Britta, like one of the main characters, in my head it gets turned into Brenna. So this show has been hilarious with me like flipping you and her in my brain. Hilarious.
Actually, so in junior high, I actually had a girl in my class called Britta, and they would always put her behind me, so because of our names, those are our first names. So every single time the teacher would call like Brenna or Britta, neither of us knew who he was talking to.
Do one of the.
Yeah, like I'm all like, why would you do this to us? Like, at least put us on opposite sides of the classroom so that when you're turning and facing one of us, we would know who you're talking about.
Then he could do like the no look pass. Like he'd be like, "So Brenna, aha."
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, Brenna. Stop passing notes to Wayne. Talk to him after class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was great.
In the girls' locker room.
Yikes!
I'll be there with my sleeves rolled up and my cigarettes tucked in.
The Lucky Strikes. That's when.
With my little switchblade in back pocket.
Yeah, but Wayne's switchback was a comb.
Yeah. So you get
I wish I'd used for a comb right now. Jesus. My sunroof is well and truly open, hence the hat is staying on.
He's just combing his chest hair.
gets his beard hair right there.
I
just wear hats because I like them.
Brad,
I don't have any reason.
get your kids in order.
Yeah, Brenna, all your children running around.
Jeez, no, thank you.
Yeah, it's like Mary Poppins over there.
That movie terrified me as a kid. I was like, wait, penguins? They're here? What if I don't dance well enough?
Did everybody need Dick Van Dyke's accent?
You couldn't tell young me that he wasn't from the UK. Like, that was a British accent. Because there was no American British shows back then.
That was an abomination.
Nope. It was mid-north. It was mid-Atlantic.
It weren't even that.
Mid-Atlantic British.
It was mid-Atlanta British.
Atlanta British.
He was saying y'all.
Anyway, Jartan asked us a question and a regular feature of our particular show.
Yeah, no, I got ignored, so fuck you.
Sorry.
All right, let's move on to important stuff. Let's just ignore
we need
that.
more banter. More banter.
All we have is banter. There's no content. Just take the piss out of each other.
Banter. I'm drinking a Coca-Cola because I drank an entire bottle of wine last night, and I feel, what was it, sulfides? I'm full of sulfides. I feel weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. You don't drink an entire bottle of wine.
I gave away like 3 sips to my fiance. So, to be fair, it wasn't the whole bottle.
What does she drink?
She had to work, so she was just like, I want to taste it. But she wasn't trying to have a glass with me.
Okay.
I don't think you guys truly understand the amount of alcohol that Mike could consume if he really wanted to.
Yeah, I'm a bit like a fish.
So what you're saying? He's not trying hard enough.
I'm saying that if he wanted to be, he could fill a lake.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, a big bathtub.
And then I'd still show up to work 7 minutes late the next day.
Yeah.
With no problem.
Yeah, you would.
A lake or a big bathtub. I'm glad you don't see a difference between those two. Never buy a boat, dude.
Jartan, your people didn't take showers for months on end, so please don't talk to me about lakes and bathtubs.
we still don't. We still don't, mate.
I'm going to your country immediately.
Yeah, you should be fucking happy. This is not smelly wishing.
So I will.
People worse than y'all were the English.
I will crack on with this.
Wow.
And that's actually a picture of my dog on there.
The King of England used to take a yearly bath.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that was common because,
soap.
Cleaning herself was
Yeah, we didn't have
unspiritual.
Well, if you lived in Egypt, or better yet, Kemet, then you were taking baths all the time and keeping yourself clean with no body hair. Because they didn't believe in that mess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, you have a little dip in the Thames and let me know how you get on.
Just come up covered green, just like, I
completely and truly understand why they decided to colonize everywhere else. It's because England sucks geographically. We know this.
They're like, I heard they have soap. They have soap.
Y'all don't even have dirt. Y'all only have mud. How is that possible?
Stones in glass houses, mate. Stones in glass houses. You live in fucking Illinois, mate. Come on.
Got us by the short and
Illinois
curly hair.
has some very nice looking places. But like I said, we at least have dirt. They don't even have dirt. They only have mud. That's it.
Mud and dirt are the same thing.
Everything. Y'all have moist mud at all times. You guys have moss as decoration because of how moist England is.
Yeah, this is a great sketch.
Can you please never say the word moist again? Please, for the love of everything that's holy.
Like a brownie.
Who wants to talk about Ben Shapiro?
Perfect.
You guys go outside. Like, how do you guys not drown in the air with how much the precipitation level is? They should call it a cold rainforest, because pretty much what you got going on over there.
When did you last come here, Cortez?
It rains more than it does in Florida.
When did you last come here?
I got Google Earth. I don't need to be coming over there all the time. It's COVID season. You have to protect yourself. Wear a mask.
You won't be allowed in.
You should be wearing one on the stream right now, Wayne.
Theo, we barely got there. Doorknob Head from the chat mentions moist clams. And I think that's for sure.
There we go.
I think that's for sure.
Oh, I know where it's going with moist clam.
Did you guys happen to catch my Jartan for his picture that I had for his contact?
No.
Nope.
It's really cool.
Oh man,
it's just gone sideways.
This is bad. Let's go. Can we get back to moist clams?
Yeah. Can we?
No, this is amazing.
And everybody stop saying moist.
Why?
Oh Jesus.
That's what can you say?
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. Can we get back to Ben Shapiro and his lack of?
Oh, Gross. Gross.
It's the worst noise in the world.
Thanks for watching the Ben podcast.
All right, I think the only
I
thing.
apologize, everybody.
I think the only thing we can do.
No, nobody saw that. All I heard was the word moist and then that sound.
Thanks.
Like I saw that.
So, I think of all of us, Wayne probably has the sexiest voice. So we're gonna pull up the lyrics for WAP, and Wayne's gonna read them.
Yes.
No, hang on. Let's get on my phone. Let's get on my phone because I'm gonna be able to read it off this.
I mean, Wayne has experience in vocal harmony groups, so he does have the experience.
Are you saying that Wayne is a master of the WAP?
I didn't say that.
2 kids, he says. He always tries to throw that in my face. 2 kids, 2 times, 2 times.
2 girls. 2 girls. 2 girls as well.
Yeah, so. Oh, you've been one-upped, my friend. Shartan has done it 3 times.
Yeah, but
Mikey and Britta are still waiting to get on the board.
Hey, by the end of this,
I know at least one of them knew that it happened at the time.
Right. Oh Jesus.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yep.
So if Mike has like a multiple birth, like with his fiance, he has like 3+ at once.
Why are what?
We better not have triplets. I'm gonna be fucking furious.
Who would you be furious?
I'd be screaming at the sky. No, not all at the same time.
No.
I do a loose scream.
I'm really looking forward to this. So, Wayne, please read the lyrics to the song by Cardi B and some other girl
Meg Thee Stallion.
called
Megan Thee Stallion. She's like 7 feet tall, by the way.
Do you want me to start from the beginning, or do you want me to go into the verses?
Yeah, let's.
She's 6'5", right?
She's
big. She's 6'5".
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak, 7 days a week, wet ass pussy, make that pull-out game weak.
Poetry.
It really is. Just drips off the tongue, Matt.
Oh my god! This is getting worse. I love it.
Or better. Worse or better. We don't know yet.
Let's continue with this.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Have you guys never been to a poetry reading before? Show some class.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You got to do the clicking, didn't you?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not known for that.
Beat it up, catch a charge, extra large and hard, put this pussy right in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card. Top on top, I want to ride, I do Kegel while it's inside.
Damn.
Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes, this pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up, I'm surprised, let's roleplay, I'll wear a disguise. I want to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream, out in public, make a scene. I don't care, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
There you go. See? In it? I mean, that's
Beautiful,
poetry.
beautiful.
That is poetry.
Woohoo!
And
yeah, I'm gonna read that to my kids' class next week.
You're gonna get a little slip under the door saying you're not allowed near schools, playgrounds, or churches within 500 meters.
I've always wanted to be on a register.
They'll put you on a couple lists. You do that.
Fucking stop. Yeah. All right. So the reason we're doing this, there's a reason we're doing this because a famous man. An opinion host called Ben Shapiro also.
Okay. I have a problem. Do not call him famous. He's
Is he a pianist? Is he a pianist?
Ben Shapiro did it. All right.
Yeah.
and it was fucking hilarious.
No, it wasn't. It was disturbing on thousands of levels. As a woman,
he couldn't even say pussy. He said P word.
Which, by the way, that's how it should be said from now on.
That's female genitalia.
It's female genitalia. Awesome.
And you know, it was. I started watching it. I had to turn it off because I was laughing, and then I turned it on again, and I continued watching. And it's just amazing how he keeps talking in the same voice that he's talking in all of the time. I'm pushing the face. I'm my P word.
Two things here. First one is just a comment. The second one is for Brenna. Jartan, you wrote a song called Unicorns and Ice Cream. You are no better. You know what that's talking about. And Brenna,
stretching things up from the
is
past.
This empowering? No. Is it empowering, Brenna? I want to know if this is empowering.
Well, first off, I haven't heard the song in its entirety, so I can't tell you whether or not I feel empowered by it, but like, why not? If this is how these women want to express themselves, I have no problem with that.
Fucking let them do it.
Let them do that. It's perfectly acceptable.
I was going to say, I support it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for how many?
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but for how many years in popular culture has men been singing about sex and their genitalia and how many girls they've been sleeping with and all of that shit?
Over 1,000.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, but like
over 1,000 years,
probably. Right, I don't know if we can say that, but yeah, let's say 1,000 years. But forever, man has been
over 1,000 years. I can find the music.
All right, Cortez, let him finish.
Come on. Men have been doing this forever. Now that women are feeling empowered to own their own sexuality and express that, it's a problem. No, I don't see a problem with it. Not fucking at all.
It's not a problem.
I think
it's not a problem. Fucking express your sexuality however you fucking feel like and how you want to. And if you want to talk about how you fontaine fucking orgasm every time you're having sex, fucking do it. Fucking go on.
You have his permission.
Trauma there. Jartan, people have been faking it with you.
That's fucked up.
And probably everyone.
Just get off me.
Wow, that was so good. Thank you. You're going home now, right? All right. Goodbye.
No, I mean, I'm totally for it because, like you're saying, Jartan, it's a case of men say and brag about it all the time. As soon as women do it, it's something totally different. You're a stud if you have loads of sexual partners as a bloke, and you're a slag if you're a woman who does exactly the same thing. Now, what you've got here.
As a whore in English.
Okay, yeah. I like.
Yeah,
I like the international.
Both those words mean two totally different things now in America.
Yeah, but to my point, it's a case of all of a sudden there's Cardi B putting out this song where she's basically acting like someone like 50 Cent, like Candy Shop and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And all of a sudden, all of the conservative men and women kick off about it. It's kind of like, what's going on?
Who's barking?
Got it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, all these conservatives come out and say, oh, they shouldn't be doing this, they shouldn't be doing that. They want to criticise women. And it's basically that kind of stay in your lane attitude. And I feel that as soon as like these people that are in charge of so-called power structures feel threatened that someone is doing something that they want to do and it ain't hurting anyone, it's just a song, but they feel offended because it's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. No, giving it my pearls.
Yeah.
Isn't this just as much as they say the patriarchy doesn't exist? A woman can't say what she wants in a song, but guys can do whatever they want. That is your proof right there.
Yeah.
All of right-wing media and even a lot of non-left-wing media. They don't have to say it that way. So now we have to word police them because they're attractive, successful, powerful women who are talking about swiping their yum right on your nose like a credit card, and you're talking about they can't say that. Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Why can't
hang on a minute. Aren't you a First Amendment guy? Yeah, but to a point.
Yeah, but not them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like they don't have the freedom of speech, but these guys, these white guys, can do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want, but women, no. Especially women of color, you are going to be told what to say, and that's why we need this. We need these conversations now. I don't know why conservative people feel that they need to be offended by these words, these women, when you're looking at. So I believe it was a few years ago that Pornhub did this.
I didn't know about it. I didn't. What is that? What is?
What?
Delete history.
Thornhub? Is that for flowers? Thorns? What? Let me look. It said Thornhub, huh?
Yeah, I just had to delete my history for looking up wet ass pussy.
All right, people. Do you see what I'm dealing with constantly?
Don't you look directly into the camera and appeal to our audience? How dare you?
See this? I believe Pornhub did like a calculation of the search histories of this.
They can do that
country. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I believe that they found that most of the Bible Belt was very high up there.
Have to destroy the evidence.
Burn it with fire.
High up there on porn use.
And
so
gay porn too.
Kind of repressed.
Gay, lots of gay porn and gay porn, lesbian porn, interracial porn. Like these are the thing. Like these people talk shit outwardly, but internally, I mean, they shouldn't be speaking about this. They shouldn't make us a deal. And you know what happens when you get all up in, get your panties in a twist, so to speak, especially about music, is that the sales go up.
Mm-hmm.
We saw this with the parental advisory stickers in the 90s, that all of a sudden because they were forbidden, they were dirty.
They were extra delicious and moist.
They had
like
bad words.
Stop it!
It's all
easy, Ben. Easy,
dirty. Ben. It made feelings that I've never felt before. That's what happened.
I'm learning about myself.
That's what happened, is that the sales went up. So really, this is free publicity. All these people talking about how nasty these women are about talking about their wet ass pussies, and you're just gonna help them. Like exactly. You're not doing anything.
What you can really do to hurt them is just keep copying and pasting the link to their video all over the place. That'll really show them.
The lyric, like putting the lyrics on so that it appears higher and higher in searches.
Yeah, keep doing that. That'll show them.
Yeah, no, but
what are you idiots thinking? Like, stop giving them credence. It's like, stop it.
No, but here's the deal. Okay, yes, all of this is true. The PA stickers made the sales go up and all that. But what I feel like we're missing talking about, like, is if you as a woman want to write a song about what was that milkshake lady?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like,
Right? If you want to sing a song about that, fucking do it. Fucking go ahead. Yeah, everybody goes go like.
Oh,
You know
queen
what?
of
We
that-
need to have a dance segment on this.
The queen of that was Madonna. Look what Madonna basically sexualized her music, and she wrote that sex book out, didn't she?
Yeah.
And everyone was all,
Had sex.
but it's Madonna. It's Madonna. She can do whatever. And there was a little bit of a pushback from it, but then Cardi B comes out.
There was more pushback from her with her Catholic imagery in her videos than there was about the sexuality.
Yeah.
Which, again, doesn't make any sense to me.
She wrote like a surgeon.
Yeah, but okay, but
it was Weird Al. Just
but I'm going to do. So I'm going to
crumple up some paper really loud in your microphone. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. If you want to sell sex, do porn.
What?
Is that what you got to do? Oh shit! I'm off.
I've got a business venture to launch.
No. But hang with me for a second, all right? And this is for men and women alike. If the product you're selling is not the music you're making, it's about sex. It's about sexualizing mainly women, because even if men have been singing about sex for 1,000 years, they may mainly been sexualizing women, right, and making them into an object.
Or livestock.
Yeah, but if the product you're selling is sex, do porn. If you want to do music, make sure that the forefront of your music is your music, not the sex part. I feel like
you just. Oh, go ahead. But I'm about to fucking slam dunk you through the rim right now.
Good.
I will allow you.
Did you hear the musical production?
As am I.
Did you hear the quality of music that WAP is? It's a beautifully produced track. First of all.
I was getting to that. All
right, get to that.
WAP is one of the best produced, most interesting beats that I've heard in rap music in quite a while. It is actually quite interesting to listen to as soon as you don't listen to if you all the sexual explicit things. It is very good. I am not only talking about that song. I am talking about the whole how pop music has been and are so sexualized that sometimes shit comes out, like real bad fucking shit comes out, and it's just about naked women in a video, and that's what's selling. Well,
okay.
Half naked.
Okay, so let's flip that equation 100%. Instead of having the girl in the bikini that's 13 sizes too small leaning over a soapy Lamborghini, they had all women in their video. Men were not invited. It was all women, and it was all, I believe they were all strippers. Cardi was a stripper. I don't think Meg ever danced, but that's culture here. Like you lived in the South, you know what's going on. In the South, they have strip clubs. Their women are dancers, and they get paid properly, and they do their thing down there. It's not.
I heard people talking about it.
Oh,
you might have read on the internet, like on an article.
I watched this documentary called Ozark, and some strippers in that.
And so, if the music is good, and they're promoting not a super small segment of the American public, because strippers wouldn't be strippers if people weren't paying for it. So it's a job. So if someone wants to go out there,
I've heard that too. Yeah.
This is a part of our society, and for us to say, "Oh, well, you can't make music about that part," well, then get rid of it. Then, well, no, it's fine. They should totally have that. And then they're like, "Okay," so it's both trying to play both sides towards the middle.
No. What I'm saying is, as soon as selling sex becomes more important than making good music, you're not an artist anymore. You're not a porn actress.
I disagree.
Your product is sex.
Well, what's sexy
disagree strongly.
what's sexy to us men is not the same thing that's sexy to women. Because you couldn't tell me that Elvis wasn't selling sex.
Yeah.
He was, definitely.
Exactly. This is the thing. Sex sells. We know that it's an advertising slogan for a reason. I mean, they even censored Elvis from the waist up back in the day because he was thrusting so much that they were like, oh God, we can't see that. You know, we can't let the teenage girls see that. Sex sells. It's the nature of our species. It really is. And to say you can't have one without the other is a bit disingenuous, because there's loads of artists out there that only have been signed because they're good looking.
Right.
There are people out there that have amazing voices, hugely talented, but you'll never see them on the stage because they're munters.
That's what I'm trying to get at. These people, these immensely talented people with their voices and their talent, through channels like YouTube and a lot of these things, a lot of these people have been picked up and can actually make a living off their music by being YouTubers, right? And doing stuff. But yes, that is the industry. Sex sells. But if sex is a thing that you want to sell, and we know that sex sells, I want music to be about the music, not about how good looking you are. I want that monster to be a part of it.
Well, you go and live in your Star Trek utopia.
I'm gonna
fucking hell, my Google speaker
Hey Google.
Look, I'm going to devil's advocate here, okay? I'm gonna say this because
Say it.
me personally, I love watching people do their. There's a difference between me trying to be entertained. Yeah, you know, there's a difference between me being entertained by what's going on the screen and me being appreciative of their art. If I'm gonna be on the more entertainment side, if you got a put together package that's enough to get through most of my senses, great. If you look like a Cookie Monster and you're trying to tell me about how sexy you are in one of your songs, I'm gonna be like, I'm glad you have a good personal view, and you know you're very confident, self-confident, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah, but Cortez, what you're saying now is the only thing you can sing about is sex.
What if that's what they want to sing about?
You can sing about anything you want. Doesn't mean I'm gonna listen to it.
We have a good question from the chat. Is it worse to sell commodified art using sex as opposed to like beer or hamburgers or anything else with sexualized marketing?
It's a great question.
That is a great question. I think you should give some kudos to whoever asked that question.
KV Ursa asked that brilliant question.
Very good question. No, I think it's equal and the same.
So then you're wrong, asshole.
Yeah.
No, I think you should. You should. If you're trying to sell sex, fucking sell porn.
No, Jartan, right. If Cardi B was some sort of fucking limping swamp donkey talking about sex, you'd be like, nah, fuck you, love. But as she's a highly sexualized,
that's what I'm saying, Dwayne.
It's like, oh yeah, I know some of that. I'll watch this video. It's aesthetically pleasing. The whole package is there. It's kind of like, we're going to sing about this and we're going to sexualize it. We're going to make it visual, and we're going to only have women in the video. And we're only going to have strippers in the video, because it's like, oh, do you know what? Fuck you, man. We can do the fuck we like with our bodies, and it ain't for you to tell us what to do. So
I'm not telling them what to do, but I disagree.
Seems like you are.
No, I'm disagreeing with you on the premise. What I'm saying is, I tried watching that video. It was cringy as fuck. I couldn't get through it.
What?
Because it was.
Would you rather watch?
Oh
Susan
my
Boyle?
god!
If Susan Boyle made a WAP video, would you watch that?
WAP?
No. But I couldn't watch this either.
Why not? She's an excellent talent. She's an excellent talent.
Yeah. And surprisingly, a virgin.
They're just lying on the floor and
I'm
being sexy all the time. The music video was totally uninteresting. I would rather go on Pornhub and do my thing there because but
Let me say this.
But I like listening to the song. I don't mind the song at all.
Oh, it's fucking awful.
It's not.
It sounds really good though. Musically, it's properly done.
I'll post the link, but there's this when they taken the lyrics out and listen to the fucking production of that song because it's fucking exquisite.
My subs love it.
Their rap is really good. But no. I would rather listen to
what you're not understanding about this is this. What you're not understanding about it is this. You can sell anticipation. You can sell desire. You can sell longing. Not ever actually give them what they're trying to see. And they're going to keep coming back. Whereas if you just gave them straight porn, they're going to get the straight porn, they're going to go off and they're not coming back. But you keep, it's like, you gotta bait them. You gotta bait them. That's not short for anything.
Am I not coming clear here? What I'm saying is what they are selling is the perception of sex. What they are not promoting in their video is the fantastic fucking song that they made. All right? I think it's the same for men and women. Give me a second. What the fuck are you interrupting me for?
I think there's a little bit of internet lag. So just Cortez, try to give him an extra second to get it out. Sorry, Shartan, go ahead.
So like when what was his name? Blow My Whistle dude. Was that Flow Rider?
Oh, Flow Rider.
Yeah. When he did that, it was like I was just like, that was bad production, bad song, bad video, everything about it was just cringy as fuck. Right? Over here, you got Cardi B and Megan something or whatever.
Meg the Stallion.
Yeah, her. And the song is very well made, very well produced. The rap, I'm fucking. It's funny as shit when you listen to it. I actually started laughing first time I listened to it. But the video is just cringy because it's not about trying to get anything across from naked bodies.
Right, but if you think about like what music videos are, they're kind of a foregone concept unless you're trying to entice some men or do that, which is perfectly fine. Some people like to do it. It's a perfectly enjoyable thing. A lot of men got a lot of enjoyment out of that video. It wasn't quite your cup of tea, but it worked. I don't.
Yeah. It probably
Brenna,
worked.
Brenna, I got too many windows open. Can you look up that video and tell me how many views it has?
The Cardi B one?
Yeah.
I mean, it's no fake taxi, but it's a good video.
I have no idea what that means. I don't know why I'm laughing. I have no context.
113 million.
Just Google it. Google it.
113 million views.
You've got to get.
Just
Mikey,
because
I'll tell you.
100. It's 113 views.
Just because something sells doesn't mean I'm on board with it.
But you're on board with everything about it, except for the fact that it's popular.
No.
So what's the problem, Shartan? I don't know why you're upset about it.
Okay. I'm not upset about it. What I'm trying to say is...
Stop crying for 2 seconds and tell me what's wrong.
Yeah, come on, start, like.
No,
my chickens, what the fuck?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Stop asking that. Say it in the chat. Go ahead, Shartan.
What I'm saying is that maybe sometimes the society we have made around popular culture where everything has to be over-sexualized isn't a good culture. That's what I'm saying. I
think that's not fair because why say it now? This is the first time we've had an openly vulgar, graphic woman song after all of our men's songs.
I've said this for years. Okay,
so this is an ongoing. Okay, so this is an ongoing stance thing about not having sex in music and not putting the peanut butter with the chocolate. Don't mix the two. That's fine if that's your take on it, but I think it's a overall positive thing that we get. Like, do you know how graphic a song has to be that it makes me cringe? And I'm just like, ooh, gosh, you talking about putting it on a damn. All right, what you're not supposed to be telling people about the. Well, I ain't saying nothing. Like, they made us all squirm. That's a job well done. To make a bunch of idiot men in America who are already over-sexualized as it is, or over-sexed as it is, to make them squirm in their chairs while listening to it the first time through, you did it. That was the point.
Can I make an observation?
I actually did not squirm. So I was going to say this part. The song itself, as well as the production, the music video, and the people that they chose to have in the video with them, I think they hit everything on the head. Like, they hit every point that you needed to hit.
Oh, don't hit the head.
In popular culture and music. And on top of it, I feel as if it's about time that women start displaying what they really feel. And if we can talk about how a woman looks, they should be able to talk about how we look and what they do to us. And I think that it's only fair, and we can't pretend. Like, that's the one thing about quote unquote PC culture that I don't like. And that's people pretending that human nature is going to change instead of changing who you are to deal with the truth. But it's just putting another mask on it if we pretend that this is not going on. Because I know I've been in a room full of women, and there's been no holds barred in their conversation. And every day. And I'm telling you, what women talk about is the same stuff that men talk about, except they talk about it from a woman's perspective. And I love seeing a woman's perspective on what we are doing, how we sound when we talk, the things that we think they think. I'd much rather them tell me what they think than me have to worry about what I think they think. And so a song like this that's saying this is exactly what she's thinking.
Brenna, go ahead and tell us what
I needed that.
Brenna, go ahead and tell us what you're thinking about each one of us. Start with me.
Not on air. Not on air.
No.
I'm calling HR already.
I was trying to get her trapped behind the HR wall, but I couldn't get her because you guys
I just want to get my observation out while it's still fresh in my mind.
Then we're going to move on.
Zoltan, the way you're coming across is kind of like a bit snobby with regards to this particular song.
Yeah. No. This song I don't have a problem with. I have a problem with the video, but I don't have a problem with the song at all.
No. What I'm saying is in the sense of it's like you're talking about the artist and shouldn't need the sex to sell it and all that kind of thing. That is a kind of snobby judgment.
Yeah, it's snobby.
I'm snobby too. I can't complain. I just like this one because I have a little crush on Cardi. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. It wasn't a criticism. It was just an observation.
No. But I agree with that. When it comes to music, I'm a bit snobby.
What are your thoughts on Muse?
Go lay down.
Oh, don't do it!
Wow,
don't do it!
Oh, that is a trap.
We don't have a ton of time today, so we gotta keep moving. So I think it's time for the mid roll. Full screen, Brenna, activate.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying our conversations. I kind of am.
So convincing.
Phone it in.
But let's talk about we're working on more projects in which we will be talking about more specific topics that interest us individually or in groups. So how we can do that is if we get your support. So please go to patreon.com/thebinpodcast and join us. And we'll be able we'll be able to continue doing even cooler stuff.
Ow. This is the coolest.
I'm kind of a little sweaty. It's like 100 degrees in California right now. It's we're also on fire, everybody. Just letting you know that.
The weather's hot, and it's so hot that the wood's caught on fire.
My state is on fire. Again, it's fire season, everybody.
Come to Essex, it's moist.
Oh. Oy vey. All right. So you all are going to go to patreon.com/thebinpodcast. You're going to go on and you're going to support us just like our Patreon family here. We have David. We have Katerina. We have Stuart. We have Puffalopagus. We have Austin. We have Kristen.
Hey.
And we have Richard. We need more, and we need you. And so we can continue doing this over and over and over again for your enjoyment.
Sell it, Brenna.
Should I be like taking off my clothes or something?
Hold on, let me get.
Apparently,
that would get us banned.
We're here for the art. We're here for the art. Remember?
Let me go get the. Let me download the instrumental version of Wet Ass Pussy. Hold on a second. Let me get the instrumental going.
Is this not art?
Oh god.
Yeah, how dare you?
Is this not?
No,
look, I spent a lot of money on this hair. This is art.
I'm using Jartan logic.
Please don't. We're not going to get anywhere.
Hey, y'all can't be ganging up on my man's Jartan like that.
No. But no. What you're saying is that if Brenna was wearing a corset and her tits up underneath her chin, we would get more views. And all of a sudden, it would be worth it.
I'm not saying it would be worth it, but here's the difference. She could be having the same conversation, so her role is still the same. If people click on it because they want to look at her, then they've clicked on it because they want to look at her. That has nothing to, like, there's people who probably click because Wayne's here and they just think Wayne's attractive. It's a lot smaller of a number. But it's a
I'm
thing.
glad you said it, mate.
But it's a thing. People
they're
like
all on my OnlyFans.
people like looking at people they like looking at, and that's not a crime, and it's not a crime to profit from it.
We all objectify people. We all do. There's no way of saying that we don't, because it's not true.
You're gonna break your keyboard again.
Wow.
Look, it's over there.
Wow.
What the fuck is going on here?
No.
For podcast listeners, Jartan has randomly pulled out a spark plug.
Why do you just have those on your desk?
They're since the message.
The man's side chick is a chick.
Stop it. Chicks are underage. You shut your mouth. He would never do that. He goes for fully adult hens.
Yeah, he waits for the yellow to come off.
Oh God, they haven't even fledged yet.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Yep.
And I love it.
Doorknob heads in the chat. He says, "Fire!" I love doorknob head.
Look, if Brenna wanted to wear those types of outfits, it is completely and totally her prerogative. It's not up to any of us to judge her on it. But if she doesn't want to wear it, that's fine. But if she says, "I want to do this," I want to do this because it's going to help me make money, but I'm still going to do what I want to do while I'm wearing it, that's fine too. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Next week on the BIM podcast, Cortez in a corset.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'll wear a freaking corset. Dude, I'll come on here dressed like a shinobi fighting the 4th Ninja War and not say nothing about it.
Yeah, that you would do that because that's something you want to do
would.
every day in life, not something that you're doing to prove a point. That's just something you want to do.
If I can wear it every day, that's exactly what I would do.
Cortez
I have at least 6 different costumes. Look, during Halloween season, I'm that asshole that wears a costume to go to the grocery store. Why? Because no one's going to say anything to me about it. And if they do, I'm going to be like,
there's something deep seated. Here. There's something deep seated here.
Like,
so let's get into this. Why do you want?
Why are you wearing a costume? What makes you think this is a costume? That's the first one. What makes you think this is a costume?
Because
you don't know how to dress like this every day.
Because you're dressed like Winnie the Pooh, sir, and there's just something alarming about your clothing.
Hey, we're not gonna talk about the Winnie the Pooh costume. That thing is classic. That's a classic costume.
Whoa!
Oh, see,
Is there some truth in this?
So
this just got.
I actually did dress like Winnie the Pooh when I was 4 years old.
Love it.
I was 4. Me, my mom, and my dad all dressed like that, and we were pumpkins. My mom was a big mother pumpkin. My dad was a jack-o'-lantern. My grandmother used to call him the jack-ass-o'-lantern. And I was a little baby pumpkin sprout, and my mom and my dad, we did that. So it was funny. I loved the relationship between them and my grandparents. It was great.
A quick couple things. What's up, Ben? And Kat is in the chat. She says she will be watching next week now because she's all queued up to see Shartan. Sex sells even for men. We can. I
thought we had this conversation a couple.
Oh God! Oh God!
My eyes! It burns.
Good thing I got this handy dandy box cutter.
You know what though? He is not as white as Seamus. Wayne, he is not as white as Seamus. I have never seen anyone whiter than Seamus.
He's translucent.
You can see his veins and what he had for dinner.
Mike, if you ever get the chance, look up who Seamus is. That is the whitest fellow I have ever seen on planet Earth.
I'll check that out on Hot Tag, but I'm not interested. One of our weekly reminders, since we did our Patreon roll and made fun of Shartan, voter registration. If you are not registered to vote, then register to vote. Do it.
You can do it online.
Do it online. Do it. Do not play around. Don't wait till the last minute. Do it. You got a day off this week and it's in the middle of the week? Do it. Just register.
And as someone from across the pond, I implore you to vote for Joe Biden because then you might be seen with a modicum of respect again around the world. At the minute, you look like a bunch of wankers.
No. I know. IQ,
Thanks.
what up, boy?
Thanks.
So
no, I'm a bit confused. So, do you have to register for each election?
Some people, I don't think you don't have to register every year. Every 4 years, you don't have to re-register.
Well,
but you have to make sure that your information is the same and that
there's a lot of problems right now that just because you register maybe a few years ago or last election, because of the way that our president is let's say cheating. One of the way he does that is by purging rolls. So if you have not voted in like the last 2 elections, you can get kicked off the voter roll, which means you are not registered to vote. There are other things like if you move, you have to make sure that it's your proper address. So it's you have to. Now, even if you believe you are registered to vote, you have to go and check to make sure that you are fully registered. And if you get absentee, when you get that absentee ballot, and then you fill that out and you put that in the mailbox ASAP, because they are literally removing mailboxes, blue mailboxes from the street corners. Literally, they did that in Orange County, in Newport Beach. And my neighbor in here, they just removing the boxes themselves, and then the sorting machines, which means that they have to hand sort it.
So it helps that Trump's put his stooge in as Postmaster General. And
just to let you guys know, a lot of people work for the post office, and so they're basically firing people.
I really hope,
including veterans.
I really hope that Congress actually does something about this Postmaster General, because the corruption is blatant. It's right there for everyone to see. And
Don't they have hearings coming up next week?
They do, but do those hearings have any teeth? Are they going to do anything about it before November?
No.
Yeah, we're only really 2 months away. We're only it's end of August now.
And look how slow the wheels of Congress turn. So
the one thing that a lot of these candidates, the organizational structure, part of this should be making sure those ballots get out and making sure that they're picked up and taken to the registrar of voters. That should be their goal, is how do you get those votes to get counted? Because we in California, we actually, our register of voters goes up in trucks literally to Sacramento and drops them off. So that's what they have to do. They have to make sure that it gets to your register of voters and then ends up at your capital where they can be counted.
Real quick, Wayne. IQ in the chat says voter registration deadline here in Ohio is on October 5th. So I think that's probably a safe bet. Before October, everybody, make sure you're registered and you're good to go so that when the day comes, you can do what you need to do.
And there's a lot of places that will do same day registration as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Wayne. Voting is a big thing for me. I've been voting since
Listen, I have a really... Right, I can get a guest who works in the Sacramento post office. How about that?
Well, there you go.
That's my place.
That's
right.
Place.
Okay. Let me. I will message Lacey in a minute and see if she can come on next week and see what's going on within the post office.
That would be lovely.
What I think we should do now is that we should give Brenna a stage to tell us about voting, because I really need to pee and go get more beer. So, Brenna, please talk to us about voting, please.
So you're basically using Brenna as filler, you dirty bastard.
Oh, wow. I have to go. I have to go pee. Let the woman talk. That's what he said.
Unbelievable.
Let me
in
give
America.
her the platform. Not that I don't already have the fucking platform.
Woo!
This is mine.
Jesus Christ.
I need like a cartoon box of
I don't have to get permission for you to talk. I can actually just yell over these people if I damn well choose to.
Ooh, you better recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. All right, do what you want to do. Talk about yourself.
Bye. Bye, little bear.
So, let's just talk about. Oh, he took his headphones off, so he can't hear us.
Yeah,
what do you guys want to say?
Let's
talk about him.
I bet he's gone for a cry.
He said chickens.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
That was highly inappropriate.
It's fine. We only have 45 people watching us live. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that high. But if you guys want to, everybody watching the show, please share our links and stuff like that. We're a newer channel, so we need some eyeballs on us. We want some more interaction from y'all.
Yeah.
Sexy sons of chickens.
You know what would be an interesting experiment is that because all our collective chats go to one place.
Yes.
What I would like to know is how many people are watching live from our various streaming services.
I have that number. Would you like to know?
I would like them to tell me if that's okay, because I'd like things to kind of it. So let us know.
Roll call.
Let us know if you are watching live or if you are watching the restreaming of this.
The processed video.
The processed video, as well as where are you watching it from? Because that will definitely just help us with the interaction. Because I know some people might not want to interact as much. So, where is the interaction going on? So please just let us know.
So give us your name, address, your phone number,
your social security number.
Put that right in the chat.
And don't forget that credit card security pin at the back.
Yes. Yes, and
Because
please
that's
do.
important.
And we have a Discord server. Actually, I should get that link ready. If only Brenna had a computer not running 55 programs, that would be great if she could put our Discord link in there. That would be excellent.
I've just messaged my friend to see if she will come on and talk about the American Post Office.
We have a
Excellent.
Discord link.
Yeah, for our Ben podcast server. KV, who had the great questions earlier.
Where do you want it?
In the chat.
Okay.
Ben's on Facebook. KV is on Facebook.
So, see, I like all this.
I spent about an hour and a half last night organizing our stupid videos because they were all over the place. So I made playlists so people can check out the gaming stuff, and then after show stuff, and then actual episodes with guests and stuff.
That's really awesome.
Kat is on YouTube. I love Kat. Kat's cool.
Awesome.
Kat's good peeps.
Good peeps.
Kat's one of those women that you meet and you're like, oh, let's have a conversation. And then they start talking. You're like, I'm completely out of my depth. This is a freaking brain scientist. Like, Jesus Christ.
Smart people. We like smart people.
Yeah.
We have a lot of them in our collective pool.
And that's one thing. As much as we crosstalk and as much as we make fun of Shartan and his feathered fetish, stop doing that hand motion because your face is just so innocent. Like this is what's happening. We do have a lot of smart people around us, and they're all super cool. So we have a good pool of
brains.
What do intelligent people like us?
I can't figure. I think we're the dumb friend, except for Brenna. Brenna's one of the smart people in here with us, but I think we're just like the dumb. We're the dumb guy curve here, and we just hang out being dumb, and then everybody loves us.
They bring their friends over and say, "Look at this guy. Look, watch. Let me ask him a question. Watch him."
What was that movie again? Dana Red Idiot or what the fuck it was?
What is it?
I have no idea.
Idiots.
Yeah, it was with Steve Carell, where everybody was just supposed to bring like your stupid friend.
Oh, yeah, that's us.
We all met together here.
Yeah.
We all showed up to the bring your idiot friend to dinner with each other, and it was like, where are the?
I'm stupid.
I was going to bring him. Oh, rubbish.
You brought him, but then he brought me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Last thing before we cut the stream, because Brenna has shit to do today.
Well, like real life work and stuff.
Yeah, she's weird like that. Last topic on the chopping block is the schools reopening. For the people with kids, I'll let y'all go first. How's the whole school reopening going?
Well, I'll go first. It was a lifesaver for us, purely because at the time that the schools opened here, Kerry was 8 months pregnant. Our eldest daughter, I can't believe I'm saying eldest daughter. Fucking hell.
Look at him.
Was just running her ragged. So she's all like hot and pregnant, and Sienna's running around like a nutcase, and Kerry's like, "You're going back to fucking school. I don't care. I don't care about that, Rona. You're going to school." And
get out of my house.
Literally had her foot in the small of her back.
Woman, get out.
Find your knuckin. And then she just pushes her out the door.
So I didn't even drop that today. But to be fair, the school have been brilliant. They temperature test the kids on the door. No parent is allowed on the school grounds. You have to line up on little dots that they've spray painted on the floor outside the school. They've staggered the start times, so you only get one class going in at any one particular point. The kids that went back, I think there was like 7 in Sienna's class, and they've been fantastic. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like when all the kids are back in September, but they're being really, really careful.
That's good.
And I can't fault the school.
Yeah.
That's all. They've been absolutely superb. The only one thing is obviously like parents congregating outside the school and spreading their
Roni.
nasty.
They're Roni
Yeah.
nasties.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I just think once the kids are back, and as long as the social distancing is adhered to, I mean, there was one particular school over here that if you break the social distancing rules twice, you get expelled. Like you're done.
Oh,
You're out of
wow.
school. Yeah, they're like proper cutthroat about it. But I think it's got to be that way, really, because the thing is, kids know they're not supposed to be like cuddling each other and everything. But over the summer holidays, I feel that a lot of, especially where everything's been opening up over here, people are all over each other anyway. Parties are happening,
Right.
you know, gatherings are happening, parks are open, people are touching everything. But we've had no spike. We've had no increase in numbers. So I don't know. It remains to be seen what's going to be.
Which is not true, which you have had, but okay. You've had an increase.
No, but not a significant increase considering the amount of kids that are off school and interacting with each other.
7 more per 100,000 is a pretty significant increase. You were down to 13 and you're over 20, dude.
Yeah. But
7.
again, considering the interactions that kids are having, that's not massive.
Oh, there she goes.
Brenna. Tell Juan to turn it off.
That's racist.
That's racist. His name might be John, asshole. He doesn't have to be Juan. He could be
I
Frank.
said John. I said John.
You don't speak Spanish. No entiendo.
If I was proper cockney, I'd go, "Oi, John, turn it off."
John. UK's and vowels are weird. Shartan, for your little peoples, and Cortez, your little peoples, how's that whole introduction back into school going?
Sweden sucks, dude.
That sounds like a headline.
No, Sweden
sucks, dude.
Yeah, Sweden fucked up the whole corona situation, and everything's back to normal. Everybody's pretending like there's not a problem around, but there is, and it's just fucked up.
Same, exactly the same here. And
I don't have any little people.
That you know of.
That I'm claiming on my taxes. But I know the school, because of where I work, I have a lot of teenagers there. And high school is that what they've done is going into the building, you don't go every day now. You might go 2 or 3 times a week. And then midway through the day, or 8 o'clock in the morning for some of them, they have like online. So they have class, but they don't go to the school, and they just do online, and that's how they're kicking things off until things calm back down, which is fine. I mean, because the kids are honestly, they just have the Zoom window open, and then they got the TV right next to the laptop, and they're just playing Call of Duty, listening to the lecture or whatever. Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised I haven't just made GIFs of them just like nodding and just like put that up as their well, if they were smart, they would. But they just they're doing a lot of remote stuff, but no actually full on classes in the buildings thus far. Around me, at least.
I think what this pandemic has highlighted is just how fragile and how fickle our lifestyles are.
Yeah.
Because you look at what's going on now with all of these people like Trump and Boris. We need to get people back to work, but the bosses are happy for people to stay at home. If they're working, they're productive. And it's only the people that seem to own these big commercial buildings that want people to go back to work, because they're losing money.
They need that rent for at least.
Exactly. But if your boss is happy for you to stay at home, you're happy to stay at home and work from home, What has it got to do with central government where you do your work from? And if it's going to overall save the company money, again, what business is it of central government to tell you where you need to do your apply your trade? I mean, like for me, I have to go to people's houses. That's my job. But the amount of accountants I meet, people that work in finance, people that work in just admin, they're all working from home. Their bosses are happy. They're saving money on train fare. Like an annual ticket to London from where I am, it's like $5,000.
Oof.
So if you can refund that money and you still do your same job, you start at 9, you get out of bed at 8:45, you're at work by 9 instead of doing an hour into the office and an hour back. What's the problem?
Yeah.
The only problem is all these commercial landlords.
And I feel no pity for them.
we do have to take that in the after party because Brenna has to go, and we were talking about schools.
I think she's got 40 minutes.
Just about 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to
I got
answer.
time. Don't worry.
I was
Don't
gonna
worry about
answer.
me.
Yeah, go ahead,
Don't worry
Cortez.
about me.
Yeah, don't speak for Brenna, Mikey.
I didn't even say anything.
That was me again.
Oh,
I
sorry.
didn't even do it this time.
Oh,
Actually,
my
to tell you the truth, they just canceled on us today, but that doesn't mean that I'm not working later. But so don't worry about my time right now.
Brenda's here all night. All right.
Yeah.
I will not be. I'm dying in here.
For all of you out there, she will be on her OnlyFans. No, I'm sorry, I did not. I said not do that. No.
Oh, if looks could kill.
Oh man,
She's loading the shotgun. Run!
Shit.
Zigzag, serpentine. Before you make Cortez.
Yeah,
School.
I'm gonna be so dead. You know, the first live stream we're doing on the same venue, all of us. Like, I'm just gonna get a beat down. That's the whole fucking show.
He's gonna come out.
just beating on me.
Chartan's gonna come out in plate mail armor, just like.
Yeah.
You will not be sitting next to me.
yeah.
After the first 5 minutes, I promise you not.
There'll
You're
be
gonna have Dr. Emma's gonna come, and she's gonna
There'll
be
be-
right in between, so
there'll be a
that we can.
screen, a security guard, maybe a dog.
So Cortez, speaking of calling out the dogs, how has it been sending the little ones off to school?
They don't, because the schools aren't open, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, is it bad weather in Illinois?
Oh yeah,
Not right now.
Oh yeah, we got a freaking hurricane through the Midwest. 100-mile-an-hour winds, storm blasted.
That's why
through
you
here.
guys saw me at Mikey's house last week, because I had no power, no electricity, and no internet.
And you're complaining about our moist mud.
Stop
That was
saying
one.
monkeys!
That was a twofer.
See, whereas you live in those conditions every day and you've grown accustomed to it, I, on the other hand, am not. That was a freak of nature. It was probably brought on by the conspiracy theorist Trump weather machine
Yeah, it's probably HARP. Yeah,
to
definitely.
take out the Midwest.
Definitely harp.
It's
Mhm.
his. It's a
Yeah,
Sharpie.
but they don't have school, and because there is no school and daycare is $1,000 a month,
What?
I am at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we're not pressed for time, do we have anything European we want to talk about?
We weren't done with the schools.
I don't want to know about European. You're on your own time.
That's that American exceptionalism. It's all about you.
So since before we get out of schools, someone in this podcast is a teacher now.
Yes, I am.
Yes, her is. So
On purpose?
Professor Duncan, if you could just enlighten the class on how's this school year going to work for you? Like, how are you guys managing that since you guys are you doing the classroom? Like, what's going on?
So for us, they are for our community colleges here, they are completely doing online for the fall semester. They closed in spring and they're continuing to do it completely online in fall. So I have the second half of fall semester, and we're doing online, which is fine. It's not great because I'm teaching as well as doing like photography skills. I'm combining that with drone skills, and it's hands-on drone. It's better if you learn it hands-on.
Right.
Now, how we're trying to deal with that, and what a lot of these colleges, because I have been talking to a lot of drone educators because I am one, that the way that they are doing it is they're using simulators, and Drone Racing League has a simulator that they use. Zephyr has a simulator that they use. DJI has a simulator. So it's the technology is so crucial to learning. The problem is everybody's scrambling for it, because one thing that I think I've probably said this a million times, that for years I've been screaming that these schools are not prepared for online.
Right.
The teachers are not taught for online. Even the children, the students are not taught how to deal with online school. There is not a requirement for it. There's not a push for it. There's not a certain amount of hours that you have to spend on these learning management systems. There is no requirement for it. And all of a sudden, everybody needs it.
Right.
And that's one of those problems right now, because there is a lot of push for in-person instruction because that's traditional. And so a lot of parents, especially in my area, want the traditional. They want to send their kids because they want to get them out of the house because they're irritating. Such as our dear little Sienna is going to take over the world. So she needs proper instruction for that.
You're a proper sausage.
Wrong podcast. Thanks. Anyway, so we are pushing very hard to figure out how to deal with online education, distance, as they call it, as well as what to do with in-person, what to do if you want blended, which is a hybrid version, where you have certain times in school as well as certain times online. And it's a clusterfuck if I've ever seen one. So I've been really looking forward to seeing what has happened with opening up of schools. So as you all know, that college and university systems have already opened up, and they're already closing.
Yeah.
Because
week,
people don't hang around each other and go like close proximity. They are really good at like colleges to and universities to like keep their distance and social distancing. Yeah, that's what they're known for, right? So
exactly, from the nobody touching.
I did mad touching back in the day.
That's why you're in the register.
Touching yourself doesn't count as touching.
All kinds of touching.
Yeah, we know you did that. Like, we found your Pornhub page, dude.
Seeing her in that old people's home foyer.
All right.
I feel like I'm being judged and kink shamed. I don't know why that became a thing all of a sudden. I didn't know we promoted that on the show, but
to be fair, I got buried last week. Jesus, you can have a turn.
All right, fair enough.
30 episode with chicken jokes. 30 fucking episode with chicken jokes.
It's more than that.
Are you really gonna be the one to complain here now, mate?
We've got
Mikey, go get your pose. Go get your pose.
Chicken jokes.
Why you're naked, mate? Why you're fucking naked?
Hey, don't nick my fucking gimmick.
You guys are assholes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I really think that on top of the fact that parents want the kids out the house, that parents kind of needed it because it's been a staple of it's really hard to make more money when you're not out the house. And I don't really care what anyone says. You can do stuff online all you want to, but a lot of jobs take being out on the street to actually make money.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes. Like, whether we like it or not, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we are in the middle of a pandemic that has been very, very poorly dealt with.
Fake news.
Yeah, you definitely said it because I was gonna say it. It's great that companies.
It's been tremendous. Fantastic.
We have the best deaths.
People.
We have the best deaths.
Yeah, well, the best executive orders that don't do anything for the common person.
So we really did screw this up because if we have actually worked on this, we could have been in class.
Right.
And no problem whatsoever. Maybe limiting time together, maybe continually with social distancing, with masks, with disinfectant. Like, we could have done this and been okay. But because our response was, fuck it, we're going to go outside and we're going to, the kids have to, they have to be an in-person graduation. Like, no, you're spreading diseases.
Graduation.
You
sports.
have to go eat at a restaurant. Like, sit down and eat at a restaurant. Like, no, you don't. Like,
good cook,
That's my right.
We've been having date night for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no,
every Wednesday.
And this is one of the worst things that I've ever seen in my entire life is when I read an article that says teachers are drafting wills along with lesson plans. Teachers are scared that they're going to end up dying, or somebody they know, somebody they live with is going to end up catching COVID-19 and dying from it because the parents have to get their kids out of the house, that they have to go to school. This is frightening to me because a school is supposed to be a safe place. But if the teachers don't think it's going to be safe.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're on a flight and then you're like, oh, man, that's a lot of turbulence. But then you look over and you see the flight attendant and she is freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am doubly worried now.
Yeah.
And
teachers are supposed to be like the optimistic ones. They're supposed to be the ones that protect. Like, if you're very safe in school, your teachers are supposed to be there to protect you, protect the students. I mean, we have seen a countless amount of these school shootings that have happened, and the teachers are protecting their students. But they're considered brave, right? They're considered kids. They're sacrificing themselves. This crazy person got their guns and started shooting at the kids, and these teachers have put themselves in front. They're brave. They're heroes.
So what you're touching on, Brenna, there is something that's quite close to my heart, in the sense of we hand over our kids and we give the teachers loco parentis. We are trusting our child in their keep, and we're trusting them with our kids' lives. And when teachers say it's not safe, all of a sudden, like the higher up saying, what are you talking about? No, it's fine. Send them back to school. No, I'm going to trust that teacher. That teacher that I give my daughter to every single weekday, if she says it ain't right, or he says it ain't right, I'm going to be like, I'm going to listen to the teacher. I'm going to listen to you, Mr. Politician, sitting in your office, who's socially distancing yourself from your colleagues and whatnot. Yeah. If a teacher says we're not ready, I'm going to listen to the fucking teacher. And I'm sick and tired of the media like trying to railroad teachers and teachers' unions saying, oh, it's the teachers' unions, it's the teachers, they don't want to go back to work, all this bollocks. Fuck you. This teacher that I entrust my daughter with says it ain't fucking safe, I believe her.
Yeah. It's
Even if you don't believe the fucking teacher, or believe the doctors.
yeah. It's a ridiculous.
I'm just talking on first-hand experience.
Yeah.
He's agreeing with you.
Yeah. There's a whole agreement that if the teachers put up the red flag, it's a big problem. And now and here, especially in places like Florida, where the disease is rampant, they don't even give a shit anymore. They stopped caring months ago. And if you go there and those teachers are afraid, something's big problem. And we're going to have it here in California. We have high population in California. We actually have a growing number of cases in California. And we're getting ready to go back.
And the third biggest economy in the world.
Fifth, dumbass.
Fifth, sorry.
We also have...
We're number 6. We're number 6.
You're a country. I'm a state.
I know. That's why I'm making a point of it. For
Exactly. I'm trying to talk about something that's really important to me because I am a teacher.
I'm sorry.
And
sorry, Professor.
So we have highest amount of universities, community colleges, private schools, elementary, K through 12, actually pre-K through 12 or TK, whatever they're calling it these days.
Okay, international listeners, explain.
So TK stands for transitional kindergarten, which is a version. It's between preschool, where parents you pay for preschool, and kindergarten, which is part of your public education. It's that step in between to get prepared for it. I consider it another version of preschool. It's just a free preschool.
What age would that be?
It's like 4.5.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I've actually seen them at 3.
Sienna started school at 2.
You live in a different place.
You live in a country that allows you to do that.
So when what you live in is called a country, and we live in a country too, but it's not the same country. So it's like different.
We have individual mini countries within our big country that
to send a 2-year-old to
we make different decisions.
Yeah,
it's $500 a week to send a preschool to send a 2-year-old to preschool.
Yeah.
No, we can send our kids to school at 2 years old to free, and then when they turn 4, they go into actual school. Reception.
Yeah, but that's after we had 380 days of maternity or fraternity leave. So.
Oh yeah, and that, yeah.
And that, yeah.
From the chat.
I'm done.
Sorry. No, sorry. That was rude as shit. Sorry, brother. I'm really sorry. We shouldn't have. Yeah, I'm sorry.
From the chat, because the Europeans are bragging again. They only wound up having the initial round of school closings in the U.S. because New York teachers organized a massive wildcat strike. Yeah, they were like, "We're not going." And if none of us go, what are you going to do?
This is what's going to happen, especially in our public education system, is that teachers are just going to end up striking. It's way easier and faster to figure out a plan that actually works than having to deal with teachers striking because they don't want to die. Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand. People are going to die. We're still dying. There are still people dying. And whether or not it is kids or healthy adults, somebody's going to die as a result of it. And teachers do not want to be responsible for that death.
And this
and
is
by the way,
as a teacher, I respect your opinion more than I respect some talking head that's on the TV. So if you tell me it's not safe, I'm with Brenna.
It's not safe to do in person, especially in big populations like Florida and California and New York. Those are probably some of the worst places that you can go to in-person classrooms.
You just gonna forget about Illinois?
I don't
You
really.
said Florida before Illinois.
What's in Illinois?
Disrespect? Chicago.
Yeah, what is that?
My apologies. Illinois
Yeah,
is also
Wayne.
included in that.
Wayne, our city makes more money than your country. Shut up.
I got a big one.
Stop
Our
taking.
city makes more money than your country.
Stop
No, okay,
taking
so-
the bait,
okay.
fool. He is baiting you. He's intentionally being a dick to piss you off. Do not fall for his tricks. He is British. They will lie, cheat, and steal for a reaction.
And they have. They have.
All right, but here's the deal, though.
Crusades, anyone? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if I agree with Wayne's. Like, are teachers the one to make the decisions to have schools open or not? No, I don't think that teachers individually should be, or teachers unions should be the ones to make that decision.
Why?
They have. Yeah, I'm getting to that.
This is why I like our dynamic, because we all have a similar mindset, but we do have disagreements like this.
Mhm.
And
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
No. I think it's Democratic hoax. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Down. Go ahead, Chartan. Why do you think that? Why do you
Kidding.
think the teachers and the teachers unions shouldn't be in charge of this decision?
Because it's a public health decision. Should be made by people who work within the health system. It should be made by doctors. I agree with Brenda, because what the teachers have been doing, and the teachers union have been doing, it has been listening to the public health officials and the doctors, and that's where they found their decision. I believe that the decision shouldn't be left to the teachers. That it should be done by the health officials. You understand what I mean? Like, I agree with the decision that the teachers have made. It shouldn't be up to them. It should be done by people who actually know something about it. What does a math teacher know about public health?
Go ahead, Wayne.
Right? And a pandemic or virology, he should listen, but he's smart enough to listen to a doctor within that.
Wayne, then Brenna.
I disagree massively. You can be a health professional, but you cannot tell me that how my work environment is. If I feel that my work environment is unsafe, I mean, you can't expect a health professional to have a bespoke working for each individual in industry. Like, you're a trucker, yeah?
Yeah.
If I was to say to you, well, I'm telling you, you can have a passenger next to you, no screen, nothing. I'm a health professional. There you go. You'd be like, well, no, I don't know where this cunt's been. I want a screen up. I don't want him even sharing the same oxygen as me. You know what I mean? The health professional is a health professional when it comes to health. A teacher is in this environment, this work environment of a school classroom, and they know that school inside out. They can't dictate to you what you think is right, because they don't work in that environment. They work in health. They can't have a bespoke package for each job. Brenna.
Well, hold on. One more thing from the chat, and then we're gonna flip it to Brenna. Maybe not solely teachers, but if they're going to be on the front line, their input should carry some weight. Same with anyone else on the front line, to be honest. Brenna?
So all teachers in the United States, it is a requirement that they understand health and the health of their students. So yes, a math teacher does know how to keep their students safe. They are highly trained on.
Jordan Peterson's a teacher, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's really shit. What a battery.
Oh man, that was bad. That was like, what about our emails, bad?
So teachers are trained in was it abuse, identifying abuse,
welfare. They have to
welfare. Yeah, the welfare, CPR, all these things.
Family dynamic.
Psychology. Teachers are psychologists. It's ridiculous how much a teacher has to put on them. So yes, a teacher knows what their classroom is going to be like. They need to be the first person to say no, because the difference between a teacher and an administrator and a board member is money. The board, they're in it for the money. The administration, they're in it for the money. Teachers are in it because they give a shit about their students. And that's a major difference, because all these places, the states, the school boards, they're all pushing for this opening because they get money out of it. The teachers, by the way, teachers, they're going to still get money out. They're still getting their money, but they don't have, they will push for the safety of their students. And if they don't push for the safety of their students, they're not good teachers. I've been around.
All those that agree with the only teacher here, raise your hand.
Cortez and then Shartan.
So while you may be a teacher, I am a certified USA football coach, as well as youth mentor, and we do a lot of the same jobs.
Yes.
While you might be teaching education and curriculum as well as health, I'm also teaching the health, but more on the physical side, as also dealing with conflicts as they arise.
Yes.
And one of the briefings that we had in the last month was how to deal with COVID-19 and how to interact with our for me, it's all the people that I mentor as their coach.
Right.
Hey, Cortez.
We're talking about 100+ kids.
Cortez, I'm going to stop you real quick and flip over to Shartan. Can you mute yourself and then adjust your mic? I'm getting like a weird demon doubling from our side. Shartan, go ahead, and then we'll come back to Cortez.
Okay. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that teachers shouldn't have a say in that. Of course, I'm not saying that. Of course, teachers in cohorts with health officials should make a decision together on how to do this. I
have a question.
Yes.
We have terrible health officials here. What if they say go to school? Do I listen to them?
You have a terrible fucking school system as well. So this is where I'm trying to walk.
Fucking what about Marie again?
Exactly.
No, but where I'm trying to walk this a bit back, because you're talking about board members and all that. When I talk about education, I don't talk about it that way because I don't know that system. I've never been in that system. So I'm talking from a different perspective. Yeah. Right? We don't have that part where the money's a part of it, where the board members are part of it, where the administrators are a part of it. We don't have that system. So I forget that sometimes, that you have that system where you have all these different trenches that you have to go through just to get into the weeds of it. And in the system that you describe, I would say, yeah, fuck it, give it to the teachers. What else can you do? In the system that I know, I would not say that. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah. Cortez, try your mic one more time. Yeah. Let me hear how you sound now. You are muted in the program.
I think this is where this is why our podcast is so good, because we have this differential of European versus American systems, and we're not sitting here being all snobby about stuff. We just laugh at the silliness of your system, in the sense of we have free stuff and you pay for stuff, but you shouldn't actually have to pay for.
So I think,
and it seems that your educational system and your healthcare system all comes down to money and funding.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not free. Wait, it's not free. You pay your fucking taxes. That's how you pay for it. So it's not free.
No,
you pay for it through your taxes.
No, what I'm talking about is it's free in the sense of I haven't actually got to stump up the money at the end of the month out of my salary. My tax is tax. That's it.
You don't have to pay the tuition and all that.
It's collective. Everybody's in it for the same reason, to keep our kids educated, to keep the public healthy,
educated, to get them to work, to make sure that
to get the public transit, all these things. There's a reason why Wayne gets to send his child to school at age 2, because everybody buys into it. The problem here is in America, nobody believes that. We're all in it for yourself. Pick yourself up by a bootstrap, even though almost everything important to people is what we pay for taxes.
Yeah.
So hold on.
We pay for the military.
Hold on.
Give me a second. That's what I forgot for a second. And I apologize for that. But in my perspective, from the school system, I know it's different. Sorry, right. Mikey, your turn.
Yeah. So one thing that Brenna brought up that is critical to why we continually have this problem, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's fires, whether it's floods, hurricanes, everyone is all gung-ho for chipping in for everybody unless it involves people that they don't like. And then they want to subtract the entire thing and say the whole thing should be gone. And then it is funny to me that how there are so many charities for wounded warriors, for breast cancer, AIDS. There's all these charities that people set up because they want to only do what they want to do. They want to itemize their benevolence because they don't want to help people on accident that they don't like or that they disagree with.
Whoa. Can you please stop saying on accident? It's by accident. For fuck's sake. Oh, it does my nutting. By accident. There's no on accident.
I said that on accident, isn't it? Shut up.
Oh, you fucking prick.
But that's the thing, though. People don't want to help other people that they don't agree with.
So if children are dying,
they don't care. It's not my kid.
From lack of food.
They've never cared.
Because they're hungry, their health care, because they're sick or they hurt themselves. Like, but you're wanting that abortion, it needs to be illegal or defunded. Yep. That's okay. Like, but children are actively dying because they don't have access to the resources, and that's okay.
My company has donated over $50 million towards food pantries and stuff like that because a lot of kids aren't in school yet.
Yeah.
Those kids needed school to have meals. The kids are hungry because they're not going to school. So people don't look at it as the problem is these people are not feeding their children. These people are not capable of feeding their children. They're like, open up the schools so the kids can get fed. No, fix the society so that everybody eats, whether or not school is in session in the first place. Like, this is like, and I said this. I was a guest on Voice from the Underground podcast. What up, Haas? What up, Dutch? TJ. I guess, and I said Corona exposed us. And it showed a lot of our failings and a lot of our weaknesses and a lot of our infrastructure. So if you have an old-ass, rickety-ass pipe and then you start applying additional pressure from it, it's going to fail here. It's going to fail here. There's like bolts shooting out of shit. That is what Corona did to us. So
we're talking about Pornhub again.
Do me a favor. Look up Marcus Rashford and school dinners. Because a young footballer, managed to get the UK government to do a U-turn on the funding for school meals.
Well, so like
during the 6 weeks holiday, sorry, let me finish. During the 6 weeks holidays, obviously the kids that would normally be at school would be getting free school meals. But during the 6 week holidays, they're off. But because of the Rona and everything, they're not getting that. And this young footballer managed to persuade Boris Johnson, basically through media pressure, to flip it so that they would get funding for their meals. Because they wouldn't get it otherwise.
And we
would not get it.
We wouldn't even have a school breakfast at schools if it weren't for the Black Panthers. That's a whole nother story for another day.
Yeah.
But Corona exposed us because our brick and mortar businesses that we talked about earlier are not succeeding in this. They have no online profile. They have no tech side, just like the teachers. They don't have the tech experience to be able to teach a class online. They don't even know how to do it. So that exposed us. We weren't ready for that. And when it comes to sports, baseball is in ruins. The only sport that's actually like doing anything about the pandemic is basketball, which is statistically shown to be the most progressive of all of our American sports.
Have you not seen WWE? Idiot.
Yeah, not a sport. Anyway.
Yeah. But here's the deal. In 10 days. No, stop.
Go on. Sorry.
In 10 days.
That's how you get them back, Cortez. That's how you get them back.
The world was able to raise 800.
Getting me back that way?
Collateral damage, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jarta.
Wow.
In 10 days.
Go ahead. There's a delay.
Oh, fuck off.
There's a delay. Sorry.
No. In 10 days, the world was able to raise $835 million to rebuild Notre Dame.
Right.
But we're not able. But we're not able to make sure that people are safe during a pandemic. Are you fucking kidding me? In 10 days, $835 million to fucking rebuild an old cathedral, an old fucking church. Yes, it's beautiful, but now we have problems because there's a pandemic out there and there's a money problem. Are you fucking serious? Fucking Jeff Bezos company's soon to around $1 trillion fucking dollars.
Yeah.
And we can't raise money? We can't raise money? Really?
This goes back to the argument that me and...
No, we're going to give tax cuts to those billionaires.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pay billions of dollars.
No,
they
but
can keep the money.
This goes back to the argument me and Mike had last week or the week before. I can't
2
remember.
weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago, about logic over emotion. So emotion is funding that, right? Logic is not. Because logic would say, yeah, like let's fix our infrastructure, fix our a system where people can eat. But no, emotion kicks in and says, no, we've got to fix the fucking cathedral. What? Fuck off.
I think those things. I think that's a false dichotomy. I don't think those two things are the same, because this is people again volunteering to raise money. But when it comes to
why?
It doesn't matter why. They're volunteering to do something as opposed to something being set up that helps. So if there was a fund that everybody paid into from like a stipend in their taxes that went towards renovation of churches, people wouldn't care. Or some people would care. Like atheists would be like, oh, hell no, I'm not fucking paying that. You kiss my ass. I'm not paying that shit. But because
it's
it's
legal.
So logic over emotion.
It's not
That's
logic.
exactly what you said.
It's not logic over emotion. What the problem is if it's mandated and this is something that is collectively collected in a way that benefits the most people, as opposed to a pet project like there isn't a tax stipend for, I don't know,
The wall.
Yeah, the wall, exactly. So this is an extra additional project that somebody else wants to take care of. Yes, I know the church burned down and it's very sad, but it's not critical to our infrastructure that church gets rebuilt. So then people on the side want to help take care of that problem. That's perfectly within their rights. But when it comes for the things that are part of infrastructure and that do need to be taken care of on a day-to-day basis, that funding is not there. High
quality internet for students, the distribution of food so that children get fed. Like these things, unemployment. I mean, these things have screwed us through this because we were not prepared for this. And not only were we not like physically prepared for it, we were not emotionally prepared for it.
This entire pandemic has highlighted just how shit or how easy we've had it. And now we're sort of like we're having to do these things to protect ourselves. The selfish fuckers out there are just like, fuck it, do what you like. And the more sort of resilient people are kind of saying, no, we need to calm it down a little bit. We need to calm this down.
But where are those $853 million now in 10 days, now that they're needed? Where do we set up that fund?
This is my point.
Yeah. No, I'm spinning off you, mate. I'm not disagreeing with you, but we are going to change the subject because I'm going to read something now because we used one of my favorite buzzwords, the wall. Have you heard that?
I thought everybody had heard.
Steve Bannon.
New York federal prosecutors on Thursday charged President Trump.
Wait. Share your screen.
No, I can't do that. Can I do that?
You can't.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah. If it's just an article. If it's just no, Wayne, no, down Wayne, bad Wayne, put that away.
Sorry.
Put it away.
Sorry, I thought it was on my OnlyFans.
Don't you have a holster for that thing?
Oh, sorry, wrong phone.
I have a tripod.
Yeah. You ready now?
New York federal prosecutor on Thursday charged President Donald Trump's former advisor, Donald Trump, and 3 others with defrauding donors of hundreds of thousands of dollars as a part of a fundraising campaign, purportedly aimed at supporting Trump's border wall. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that's not how that works. You can't raise money. You can't raise money for government projects. That is illegal.
Yeah, but wasn't Mexico supposed to pay for it?
And then Fernando Fox, Vicente Fox, he said, "We're not going to pay for that fucking wall," and it was the funniest shit I ever heard in my life.
I didn't know he was Scottish.
You don't speak. You don't understand any language, so I'm not going there with you. And Kat said, "This is a family podcast." Sheesh. So keep your shirt on.
Wait, how does the Glaswegian say purple burglar alarm?
Purple burglar alarm.
Look that shit up on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
And the other one is squirrel.
It's squirrel.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah. So you're saying that it's not okay to bring random dollars in to pay for government infrastructure? Is that what we're hearing?
Yes, it is. And
man, that's weird.
On top of that, Trump's bid to block release of his tax returns was actually by a federal judge. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, and all the little sections of wall that they actually got done, all 46 inches of it, for $1 trillion, I'm sure. It fell over. Fucking windstorm came through and pushed it over. It broke. You can't even keep out a fucking stiff breeze, but you're trying to keep out people with thousands of pounds of drugs, apparently. Fuck out of here.
No, but here's the deal. Like, we talk a lot about American politics on this podcast. We do.
Yeah, we do.
A lot more than the 3/5 that we should have.
3/5 compromise.
But yeah, it's not a majority decision. What the fuck? But we don't see the level of corruption that you do. Wayne doesn't see that.
Oh, we do. Boris Johnson spent. Hang on. Before you finish, Boris Johnson spent £46 million to build a bridge that never got built. All on admin fees. The Garden Bridge. Google it. £46 million on a bridge that never even got built.
This is true. Nigel Farage has skimmed off your government for what now 23 years or something. Hasn't worked a day in his life.
I don't talk to you about that cunt.
So,
but But the thing that I'm trying to make clear is, for us, well, for me, I'm not going to speak for Wayne. Wayne's going to speak for himself. For me, your whole system is built on corruption. It's built on money. You get into schools, you get into jobs, you get into companies, you get into wherever you want to go, but it's all about the money. And that's, for me, that is corruption.
Yeah.
In some way.
100%.
Right? And so your whole system is built on not capitalism, it's built on corruption. The way I say it.
They're synonymous here. Because if you try to run a solely capitalist nation, as long as you're the one writing the laws, then corruption can be legal. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you have the right lobbyists, corruption is legal. Bribery is legal. Like, all these things are not crimes anymore, because that's how far and that's how deep the corruption gets.
And what you see now in Donald Trump's administration is that you're seeing that they've taken this a step too far.
JV says, "Nah, it is capitalism." That's funny.
No, that is capitalism. And the thing is, you know, when people say that, oh, socialism is bad, well, they will take their welfare check. They don't mind the military, and they'll doff their caps to, you know, oh, thank you for your service. Well, who paid for that? A collective taxation? That's socialism. Why do people?
That's social. The socialist democracy.
They don't complain about fire departments. They don't complain about police departments. They don't complain about the military. They don't complain about teachers. They don't complain about all these the public works like the roads and bridges. They don't complain about any of that. They don't see any of that as socialism, but it is.
Yeah.
Well, some do, but yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that everything you're talking about, as soon as you call it socialist, everybody goes to communist next, right? Yeah. But call it socialist democracy.
Bernie tried twice. And the people couldn't.
The billionaires.
There it is. The people of the country just couldn't figure it out, and we had to infight and fuck ourselves over. And here we stand.
Because I don't live in a purely socialist country. I live in a socialist democracy. I don't agree with everything that is happening in the country I live in, or in the country I come from. Country, not company. Country that I come from, but.
Let's do final thoughts for everybody. We're gonna end this stream, and then I'm gonna play some. Who's gonna? Wayne, Brenna, Shartan, Cortez. Are any of you guys gonna be around? Because I would love to get into some of these Jackbox party games shit with everybody.
Yes.
Oh mate, I've been playing them on. I'm gonna plug them because I've been working for them. The Going In Raw mod chat. We've been doing them games. It's fucking hilarious.
It's proper fun, and we really got to get into it. So we'll end today's thing. We'll go around the horn one more time. I'm gonna take a quick break to grab a bite to eat and pee because I've had a giant glass of liquid and I'm sitting in the same spot, so I got to move. Brenna, we're looking at Shartan because Brenna needs a second. Shartan, final words on today, episode 30. What say you, sir?
Make sure you get into patreon.com/thebitpodcast, put your pledges, and we got a lot of special content that's coming out. We have changed our provider over to Acast. They are giving a bit of a hard time when I'm doing it because they don't agree with the files I'm trying to get up there. Yeah. But we will be there soon. A lot of shit is going to come out. We are going to dump that on all our Patreons. You can go into patreon.com/thebitpodcast and listen to all of it.
Place it in their hands gently.
But for all of you others, you will see during the first week of September, you will see a drop. Every 3 days, there will be a new episode being dropped. We are going to stop we are going to delete our old live streams, and they will only be available for you on Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts from, let's say, 1st of October. Yes. We will still be doing the live streams every Thursday, but we will not save them, and you will not be able to go out and see them. Yes. Unless you pay $1. $1.
We'll talk about this off stream. I'm not doing that. But
yeah. But of course, you have to go to patreon.com/thebandpodcast. Get your little pledges in. We
do $100 so we can embarrass him. Do $100. Just do it for 1 month. Do $100, and then we can embarrass Shartan for years to come.
If I put in $100, does that mean that it happens?
And he has to do it. He did not clearly define the rules of the game. If he does $100, you shouldn't have made the fucking tears when you were drunk because you said $100 is a chicken show. So if I was doing if I was
doing money laundering,
that's a contract, right?
If I was going to do $10 a month for the whole year, that'd have been $120. I could do $100 in 1 month. Totally fuck over Shartan, and it's
about $50.
I got him. You got him right where you want him, people. Drop us $100 for the year, and you got him.
Live.
I'm just gonna be sitting there holding out the chicken, go like, ah.
Cortez, last final thoughts before I start to whoop everybody's ass in fibbage.
I've been waiting to say this for about 30 minutes.
Oh boy.
Jesus.
We got all these problems in this.
Mute Cortez.
Dryness, you've been interrupting me all day.
Cut the mic.
I'm gonna get this statement out. I'm gonna get this statement out.
Say it.
Everyone,
I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna keep talking until I finish saying it because I'm not gonna let the stream end without me being able to give this opinion.
I've muted everyone. Go ahead.
The way that this country is going is because they don't care about anyone else. They only care about money, and they only care about the rich. That's pretty much how it goes. The reason why we had a horrible reaction to the pandemic was because they weren't making money off of it. That's pretty much why. The reason why they want people to go back to school is because they make money off people being in school. They make money off of daycares. They make money off the workers. They make money off the people who have to pay for the buildings. The reason why they want people back in the offices is because they have all these buildings out there that are useless because we have technology now and they didn't adapt and they want you in the office because they think it creates a better workspace. That's their opinions. It doesn't work, but that's the reason why they charge all this money. It's the same way as if I have a parking garage and I charge people to get into the parking garage. I'm not making any money if there's no concerts, if there's no videos, if there's no baseball games, no basketball games. It's all revenue driven. That's about it. This thing is about money. Yes, the pandemic is real, but to them, they don't care about our lives. They say, 200,000 of them can die, 1 million can die as long as we still have our places because we can afford health care and they can't because we took it from them. That's all.
Professor Brenna Duncan.
Sorry, I wanna give a
let's give the man his flowers. Give him his flowers.
Clap to Cortez for all that. That was beautiful. Very similar to Barack Obama's speech, I must say.
Oh, Barack Obama.
Are you choosing him?
I actually didn't see his speech.
Just
that is
anyway.
A great take, Brenna, that's a great take.
Everyone's gonna be.
Gotta do the something. How do we wrap this up?
Condoms.
Fucking vote, assholes. Just vote. God damn it. Like, I can't handle this shit anymore. We're surrounded by stupid people who, as Cortez has pointed out, want just to make money. Don't care about your lives, don't care about the health of your family members, don't care about the education of your children. Don't give a shit about that. They want you just to continue giving them money for no reason. Just fucking vote. I'm over it. Just vote.
The one, the
Done.
only Wayne Baker.
I'm gonna sign off with this. This is our 30th episode.
And we're all out of time. Thank you guys for joining.
And
that has been the bit podcast.
No. To be serious for a minute, you bunch of fucking cunts.
Don't you dare call Brenna a fucking anything. You be respectful.
Fuck you.
All right.
Anyway, I would like to say this is our 30th episode, and I have never been part of something that I really feel so passionate about and met 3.5 people that I really do.
Wait,
love.
who's the half? Everybody turn on each other.
The white guy.
I'm not saying, but it's been.
That's racist.
This is awesome. I really love the fact that we've kind of come from a very small acorn and grown into a slightly larger acorn.
Little seedling popped up.
The little acorn just kept growing into a bigger acorn instead of a tree because it doesn't know any better. Yeah, bigger acorn, okay.
No, but I love it. It's like my week is scheduled around, being here to do this because I enjoy learning from each and every one of you because we all have a different perspective. We all have different experiences. And how do we learn if we don't sort of put ourselves out there to learn? And we discuss stuff and we have a lot of common ground, but we have a lot of disagreement as well. But we have disagreement in a way that's like, we're not going to punch each other in the face over it. And I think it's a beautiful way of.
Wait till BenCon.
Yeah.
Not yet. BenCon, my ass. Pick a weapon.
Brenna's going to come walking in there with a bat-sized dildo and just slam it on me face.
No, that's your fantasy. All right, calm down.
Don't will that onto Brenna because you want that. And then she's gonna give me $1 million. And then
I'm doing Inception here. Come on, give me a second.
I want the you said bat and then the Harley Quinn bat weapon.
The mace bat
or the one with the
spikes.
But yeah,
hammer.
I just wanted to commemorate our 30th episode, so in a nice way.
Good.
And
you're all beautiful humans, sort of.
This is probably much past our 30th recording and episode and all that stuff, but it was a little wonky at first, and the episode numbers got a little bit crazy. So we agreed on 17. We agreed on 17 13 weeks ago. But just here's a little piece of perspective for you guys because I was resorting all of our YouTube stuff. Check us out on YouTube. We're very close to having 100 subs, which means I can actually put youtube.com/c/the bin podcast and not just a bunch of random letters. So if you guys please give us a subscribe on YouTube. It was 11 weeks ago that we did the George Floyd episode.
Wow.
It's been 11 weeks since then.
Wow.
So it's been a tumultuous year. We've gone through a lot. We've done it all together. We haven't fired or killed anybody yet.
It's because of the travel restrictions.
As soon as they open that bitch up, watch your ass, Wayne. But to piggyback on what Wayne said, we've done a good thing here. I think we've done well. We've had a lot of issues, but we've a pandemic included. But we've tried our best, and we've been earnest, and we've put forth the effort. And I'm very proud of myself and my pod mates. I love you all. But I'm gonna make one last Patreon push because while we're surviving, I want us to grow. I am the weird planner who doesn't know what to do with his hands at any given moment. And so
Mikey, you want it to grow, just rub it.
I've been trying for years. Brenna has her own show that's going to be coming out. Shartan is going to be having his own show that comes out. The two knobs at the bottom are going to have a wrestling show. I'm still streaming and doing all the video game stuff and then trying to produce it. We have a lot of content that we are planning to do. We need y'all's help. It's expensive to buy new stuff, new equipment, all that. $1 a month, we'll take it. You don't have to do much. And even, you know what? I'll say this too. Once we get monetized, just watching is important. Just watching and then hit the share button, put it on Twitter. Who cares? Who cares if nobody clicks on it? But enough people might click on it over time that really, really help out the show. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you guys for all your continued support. We will see.
One last thing. One last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing. Please, for the love of God, keep under the $100 tier. Please. Please. Please.
All right, guys. That has been The Gang. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Ben Podcast. Roll that ending screen.
Well done, everyone. Right, are we done? I need to go to the toilet.